The Aramaic and Palestinian Targum. Exodus chapter 20. And the Lord spake with Moshe, saying, And with the sons of Israel speak thou, and say, A man of the family of the sons of Israel, whether young or old, he shall make an offering of his offspring unto Molech, to be burned in the fire, shall be verily put to death. The people of the house of Israel shall punish his guilt by the affliction of stones. And I will cause a reverse, to make posterity to cease with that man, and will cut him off from among his people, because he gave his offspring in strange worship, to pollute my sanctuary, and to profane my holy name. And if the people of the house of Israel, hiding, hid their eyes from that man, when he giveth his offspring unto strange worship, that they might not kill him, then I will appoint a reverse, to make a controversy against that man, and against his family who protect him, who cover him, to chastise them with afflictions. And him will I destroy, and all who follow him, to wander after strange worship from among their people. And the man who turns aside to inquire of the impostors, or to seek to bring up the dead, or to inquire by the bone of Jedudah, to go astray after them, I will appoint a reverse to punish that man, and will destroy him by a plague from among his people. But sanctify yourselves, and be holy in your bodies, that your prayers may be received with acceptance. I am the Lord who sanctify you, and observe my statutes, and perform them. I am the Lord who sanctify you. From the young man or the old man who curseth his father or his mother by the revealed name, surely shall be verily put to death by the casting of stones, because he hath cursed his father or his mother. He is guilty of death. And the man who by adultery defileth the wife of another man, or who commits adultery with the wife of his married neighbour, shall be verily put to death by strangulation, with the hard towel in the render part, and on account of a betrothed person by the casting of stones. Both the adulterer and the adulteress shall die. And a man who lieth with his father's wife, whether his own mother or another wife, and who hath dishonoured the nakedness of his father, shall verily be put to death. Both of them are guilty of death by the casting of stones. And if a man lieth with his daughter-in-law, both of them shall be put to death. They have wrought confusion. They are guilty of death by the casting of stones. And if a man lie with a man as with a woman, they have wrought abomination. Both of them shall die by the casting of stones. And if a man take a wife and her mother, it is fornication. Let them be burned with fire, with the melted lead in their mouth, that fornication may not be among you. And a man who lieth with a beast shall be surely put to death, with the stoning of stones. And the beast shall be slain with spikes. And if a woman approacheth the side of any beast, that it may have to do with her, they shall be slain. And the woman by the casting of stones, and the beast by the slaughter of spikes, they shall die, for they are deserving of death. And if a man lie with his sister, his father's daughter, or the daughter of his mother, and he dishonour her nakedness, it is depravity. For I show mercy with the first ones, on behalf of the peopling of the world by them, while as yet I had not promulgated the law in the world. But after the law hath been declared in the world, everyone who committeth these things shall be destroyed by mortality. and the children of their people shall witness their punishment. For he who hath dishonoured the nakedness of his sister shall be guilty of death. And a man who lieth with a woman who is unclean, and dishonoureth her nakedness, they shall both of them be destroyed by a plague from among their people. Nor shalt thou dishonour the nakedness of thy mother's sister or thy father's sister, for he hath dishonoured the flesh of his near kin. They shall receive the penalty of their guilt in dying, and if a man lie with the wife of his father's brother, he hath dishonoured the nakedness of his father's brother. They shall receive their punishment. They shall be consumed by mortality. Without children they shall die. And if a man take the wife of his brother during his life, it is an abomination. He hath dishonoured the nakedness of thy brother. Without children they shall die. But you, the congregation of Israel, shall observe all my statutes and all the ordinances of my judgments, and do them, that the land into which I am to bring you to dwell in may not cast you out, or walk after the laws of the people who I drive away from before you. For they have committed all these abhorrent things, and my word hath abhorred them. But I have told you to be aware of these horrors, that you may inherit their land, and I will give it to you to possess it, a land producing milk and honey. I am the Lord your God, who have separated you from among the nations. And you shall make distinction between the animal that is fit to be eaten and that which is improper to eat, and between the fowl which is improper to eat and that which is fit to be eaten. Defile not your souls by eating of the animal that is torn by a wild beast, or the bird torn by the falcon, or anything that creepeth upon which I have said from you that it is unclean. And you shall be holy before me, for holy am I, the Lord, who have chosen you and separated you from the nations to be worshippers before me. And the man or the woman who hath in them the spirit of divination or necromancy shall die by the casting of stones, for they are guilty of death.